Good day everyone, I'm Romain and today I'm very pleased to introduce you to our new cultivators range, the kind of successors of our well-known CLC Pro. The new cultivators in 3 bars cultivator segment called Enduro. Today we split the range of the Enduro in 2, with the Enduro, as you can see here today in front of me, and also the Enduro Pro, the Pro version for our high-end customer or contractors. The range, in terms of working width, starts on the mounted rigid at 3 meters working width and 3.5 meters working width in 10 tines and 12 tines. Then we'll have our folding version, 4 meters, 4.5 and 5 meters working width with 14, 16 and 18. So as we just said, we split our range in 2 with the Enduro and the Enduro Pro. Today, how to make the difference, how to chase the farmers. The idea is simple. If you have a customer who's already have a CLC Pro or within the segment of the CLC Pro and wish to replace his cultivators, his 3 bars cultivators, and just want an upgrade as an hydraulic adjustment with the spacers, the Enduro is a perfect fit for this customer. On the other hand, if you have farmers, which is high-end farmers or contractors dealing with a lot of hectares per day and willing high output, but also easy in adjustment, thanks to the double parallelogram system on the depth, but also on the leveling equipment, then the Enduro Pro segment will be the perfect fit for these customers. So now, please, let's speak about the purpose and the benefits of cultivators. Our cultivators, Enduro and Enduro Pro, thanks to its flexibility in terms of working depth from 5 centimeters to 35 centimeters on the Pro and 30 centimeters on the Enduro version, give as a first pass a nice straw incorporation but also width control directly after harvesting. As a second pass, in order to repair the structure after all those elements trafficking into the soil on the surface, but also the weather, drought period and high rainfall, you need to repair your soil structure up to 35 centimeters. Thanks also to the wide option of shares, you can do it and repair your soil structure. But also in the autumn, on the fall preparations for your next cash crops establishment, you need to make sure the roots development, but also the drainage of the water during the winter will be perfect. So these cultivators can do this job also. A third one, a fourth also, it is spring preparation. Spring, after winter, with the frost, you need to warm up the soil, preparing a fine crumbling soil in order to improve the seed-to-soil contact and also a nice germination. These cultivators, once again, thanks to its flexibility in terms of working depth, can do it. An excellent job to establish your next crop. So now, let's speak about our tines. The new tine, Triflex 700. We start from the well-known benefits already used on the CLC tine, which are, first of all, the legs, heat-treated legs. Allow us to use a hollow tube. Hollow tube will give you a weight capacity, because by using an hollow tube, you reduce the weight itself of the tines. Weight is important in some conditions. For example, with the 3 meters or 3.5 mounted machines, if the tractor is a bit struggle to lift it up, having a reducing weight onto the tines will improve the lift capacity of the tractors. But what heat treatment will allow you as well, it's flexibility with a sideway benefits, and also flexibility within a bit of vibration effect when walking into the soil. So this was the first benefit kept from the CLC tine. The second one, back to the soil story, is our specific angle. Many of our competitors, by talking legs, they are using a curved legs. The problem with the curved legs is we are mixing from the bottom to the top. Us, we are specific angle. We have 2 working zones. The first one, a 33 degrees, will allow you a nice deep loosening effect into the soil to improve once again the drainage, root development. And the second one, as we spoke, straw management will improve the incorporation of the straw within the first 10 centimeters in order to improve this mineralization of those organic material. Remember, 2 working zones, 33 degrees, 73 degrees. Back on the complete tines. Maybe you notice, but we kept the technology of the spring leaf. But we improved the spring leaf, and we are now at a release force of 700 kilograms. On the CLC time, we used to be at 640 kilograms. Now we improve it, and we are at 700 kilograms. Once again, we want to improve the performance of the machines. Maybe you notice as well a new clamp system made out of cast iron. Clamp system will allow you, in some conditions, depending the area where you are and the weather, when the soil is really too hard to work, in order to keep always the good performance of the machine by the working speed of the tractors. If you are really struggling at the limit of the tractors, speed versus the performance of the machines, with the working depth you wish to reach, you can make the choice to get rid of 1 tines per side in order to give some capacity back to the tractors and improve your performance again with your machines. So now, let's speak about the shears options. Shears options, first of all, give a maximum flexibility to the farmers in order to vary the depth for best soil disturbance, but also for the perfect full cut system. As you can see here today, we have the full range of shears available within the range. First of all, let's speak about the new Tiger 2 carbide shears in combination with the wing shear 32 centimeters. 32 centimeters with a tine pitch of 28.5 centimeters give a full cut system. Provide an excellent full cut all across the working width. Tiger 2 with a carbide give a maximum long lifetime to the farmers and improve its cost operations. As you may know now, in combination with the point and the wing, you don't have to exceed 10 to 15 centimeters. If you wish to go deeper, for deep loosening, you need to get rid of the wing very easily. Just get rid of 2 bolts, then you can get rid of the wings. If you still want to improve your lifetime, but also your cost, you can go with the option of the knock-on system, our well-known technology already used on the CLC Pro. As you can see, with a quick fix solution, the knock-on, we can go from a full cut system with a wing at 32 centimeters width up to a point, narrow point at 80 millimeters. And the least, but not the last one, the well-known reversible point available. Also available in combination with our wing fitted here. Please remember, varying the shears is also varying the working depth. Always making sure you are using the right shears for the right working depth you are willing to go. Talking about mixing, what we could have as an option also is the deflectors. Either a protection one, 60 millimeters, fitted straight onto the legs in order to protect the legs from the soil. Or we can have the deflectors, either a bended one, a twisted one, from left or right, all across the working width of the machines, or a straight one, as you can see here, just a straight one, in order to improve the mixing. So now, let's talk about leveling and consolidation, which shouldn't be underestimated. Cultivators is not only all about tines, it's also about the leveling in order to close everything just behind the tines, close the trench, and also consolidation in order to make sure we keep all the moisture within the soil, moisture which is a key fact today. really important to preserve. And also, consolidation will help you to protect the soil against the wind erosion during a drought period, but also erosion during winter or autumn when it's really wet. As you can see here today, we've got the Enduro, and the Enduro is just fitted with a solar arm. Solar arm fitted with a leveling equipment. There is no parallelogram. In order to adjust the working depth, as a reminder, working depth is controlled by the rear roller. So to adjust the working depth, we have these hydraulic cylinders. By removing spacer, we'll increase or decrease the working depth. In order to have a perfect leveling for a nice closing soil, there is different adjustment. The first one, the working depth, help with the crank, easy to change, as you can see, just from the back of the machine, really easy to adjust. And then the second one, by changing a pin, you can fine-tune the angle of the leveling in order to make sure versus the residue, the performance, the speed, the working depth, you will have the perfect leveling. Leveling is held with either a disc or either a tines. Disc is protected by a rubber rod and held by a bearing with free maintenance. Disc will carry on higher volume of residue and improve the leveling and mixing on the top and surface with heavy residue. As an option, you can have the tines, which are spring-loaded also. The tines, which are instead of the disc, will carry out for performance with less residue, but will have a good effect on the leveling also. Leveling, on the Pro versions, you will have a double parallelogram system. A double parallelogram system, why? And first of all, it is unique into the market. Double parallelogram, first one for the leveling and the second parallelogram for the working depth. Working depth is controlled and directly from the cab by an hydraulic cylinder on the go. Leveling will be identically the same, disc or either the tines. Why a parallelogram system? A double parallelogram system. We said the Pro version, it's for our high-end customer or either our contractors. Today, they need to carry on a lot of hectares per day, so they need to make sure the machine has the right setting for the performance that either their customer or our customer is willing to achieve. So now, the last pass, but one of the important also, consolidation. We say consolidation preserve moisture and protect against erosion, wind, or erosion due to the rain. We have a wide range of rollers, from cage roller to double cage roller to our ActiRing or ActiFlex. Today, we have the ActiFlex. ActiFlex will help and improve the mixing once again on the surface of the residue in the soil and give a nice consolidations. Talking about consolidations, why it's so important? Moisture, but also for the weeds, making sure you have a nice weeds to soil contact for the perfect germinations. For that, talking about consolidation, for sure we have our well-known rollers available, the ActiPack. ActiPack roller with this option of the skid and knife, and the knife on the back will help in order to prepare if they are on or off, in order to prepare for seedbed and crumbling effect. Please make sure you can adjust them and play with them in order to show it the benefits of the ActiPack in combination with the knife to the customers. Today, it's a big fact. We are always looking for higher performance and so on. By giving you this Enduro version with all the benefits that we spoke about the time, but also the leveling, and also the wide range of rollers for consolidation, we're making sure we can carry on the best machine for the best performance for our customers today.
When farming means business.